So, what is truth bomb marketing? Hey everyone, my name is Chef Katrina, and this is the question that keeps coming up because I'm doing something very different and very shocking, I guess you could say. I've actually started food fights on the internet. Can you believe that? I have. So, truth bomb marketing for me is I was sitting down one day and I was trying to figure out a new app. There was like a new way to communicate with somebody, right? I have been wanting to figure out for the last few months, about the last 6 months or so, where digital media was really taking us. So my truth bomb is, and you might disagree with me, and I'm totally okay with that. And if you are disagreeing with anything I'm saying, comment down below because I'm open for conversation. Um, so since last year, towards the end of last year, beginning of this year, there have been some cracks that have started to show up in the world of digital marketing. Predominantly, we call it social media. So for me, social media, and I don't know about you, has no longer social. It's not a place where I have fun. It's not a place where I feel like I am talking to my friends and family anymore. It really feels more like it is a dictatorship on telling me who I get to be friends with, what information I'm allowed to see, what these social media gurus think is the best information for me to look at. There just feels like there's so much censorship going on social media that I don't find it social anymore. I find it very uncomfortable. And you may agree with me, you may not agree with me, but that's my honest truth around that one. So as I was sitting there, I took a month off back in February, and I actually got off all social media. I didn't stay off digital media, but I got off of social media. And my productivity and my peace of mind went through the roof, right? Like I felt like I could breathe again. I felt like I got my mind back. I felt like I was like thinking again for the first time. And it was so refreshing that when I had to go back due to a conversation or something or something going on with another business I was a part of, and I was like forced to head back over to Facebook, I almost wanted to cry. I was like, please, dear Lord, do not make me go back to this social media platform and have to build a business or be a part of another group or join another freaking group talk over there before I rip out all the hair on my head and I just go completely insane. So I've spent the last few months just going, how do I combat this? I can't be the only one experiencing this kind of trauma over being on social media platforms. So I went looking for other alternatives. I went looking for different ways to build a business. I started kind of sitting back and watching and doing some research and digging some stuff up, watching some gurus, listening to the conversation, listening to alternative news, trying to figure out what was really going on in the world. And I will tell you, it makes me cringe. It really does, because the wool that's being pulled over our eyes, and I don't care where you are in the world politically or not politically, but the amount of manipulation that's happening on digital media is insane. That's all I'm going to say there. I'll put it, if you guys haven't watched it, go watch Social Dilemma. If you haven't watched it, go watch Snowden. If you haven't watched it, go take a look, get yourself educated. That's all I'm going to tell you about that one. So inside of this conversation, I was tired of all the half-truths and lies. And here's why I'm sharing this with you. 2020 changed everything for all of us. We talk about the pandemic, but really it impacted so much more than that. It impacted how we interact and engage with each other on this digital media tool, right? Right now we're on YouTube, right? This is where I'm at. This is a digital world. It's fantastic. It's a great place to have these conversations. The question that I had was, how do we start leveraging digital media? There's tons of new platforms that have popped up recently. There's a lot of new technology and resources that came about because of 2020. There might have been a pandemic going on. I'm not going to dismiss that at all. But what also was going on is that for the first time in the history of any marketing digital in years, since like we got started on this, there was a shift. People were now home, and our kids and all of us were on the computer more than any time ever before in history, right? It was like a mass surge to the internet happened. And in this time period, there was a lot of things that happened in our economy. People lost their jobs. They were unemployed. They no longer had a place to call work. Things got shut down. You guys probably know about all of this, right? And so a lot of people got into the world of online marketing or got into this world and said, hey, how do I have another job? How do I create my own income? And they started coming in here in masses, right? They just started rolling in here. And for the first time ever, people were getting really comfortable buying groceries, buying cars, buying clothing, buying everything they needed without leaving the comfort of their home. They were now more adapted to apps. because every app would allow them to go to a fast food restaurant or go somewhere or get special deals or get special offers. So this whole world, literally the whole world, got trained in digital marketing nuances that didn't exist before, that you and I as marketers, and especially if you're brand new, you may not know this, but we've been trying to bribe people to get on the line. We've been giving away freebies. We've been doing upsells, downsells. We've been doing these elaborate sales funnels, things that we thought would just capture people's interest and keep them coming back, because that was our goal, is like, we want to stand out from the crowd, right? Well, what also happened was when all these people went to the internet and they started looking for stuff, a couple things started to kind of happen. Everybody that got stuff for free started recognizing that free wasn't so great, right? Free was kind of like, like they're going to upsell you. So if they offer you something for free, common sense now started to say, well, if I'm going to get something for free, there's probably going to be an upsell in the process, right? It's like not even a thought process anymore. And they're like, just get to the point, right? It's getting to a place now where everyone's like, just tell me what the offer is. I don't need to be coddled and loved and hugged on, but you still do, because that's the value add. But the thing was, is people wanted to get to the buying process faster. And there's a lot of marketers. I just watched this super duper elaborate launch that just happened. So freaking old school, almost fell out of my seat. The amount of emails and training and this long drip funnel. I feel like they probably lost half of their value before they even got to the offer, because it took so long to get to the offer, honestly. And those things are starting to shift. So there is two things to be aware of inside of why I created Truth Bomb Marketing. There's a distrust and mistrust going on with digital media right now, specifically in a more so around social media, right? So where do you take people, or where can you be building your business that brings back trust? Where can you be building your brand that people feel like they're in a safe place and that they trust you to deliver on your promise of whatever it is you're training? The second thing that showed up is that the buying process is happening now. It's no longer about giving out freebies and spending your time creating these elaborate freebie funnels to get people on an email list, right? Your job is to sell people on an email list to get their most authentic email. It's to nurture that relationship and show them that you really are going to help them make a difference in their life, that you are providing value. So a lot changed in 2020. And so Truth Bomb for me became my battle cry. And so I did something I didn't really want to do. I created a Facebook group. It's a pop-up group. Literally, it's going to implode in the next like 7 days, 7 days. So July 7th, this group goes. This is like I'm blowing off Facebook. I'm completely taking myself and those that want to come with me off of Facebook and saying, hey, there's a better way to be building. And we're going to get back to the foundation of what marketing truly is. We've been so segmented in different tools to learn to build online, which was great, but the world shifted in terms of marketing, and we have to adapt for that. And we have to adapt for the distrust and mistrust that's been going on. So Truth Bomb Marketing is me kind of giving like the finger to digital media and saying, okay, there's a better way to do this than what we've always been told. And I'm here to kind of challenge the status quo. So that's my job as a chef, right? I always want to see what's different or what's changed around this. So if you guys want to, down in the description, there is a link. It's the waitlist for the Truth Bomb Marketing. It kicks off on July 1st. If you do not want to be on Facebook, totally get it. Guess what? You're going to get a lot of value and a lot of information through those emails. And then there's a big surprise coming up at the end of it, because not only am I blowing up Facebook from my perspective, like I don't want to use it for my business anymore, but I'm going to be leveraging a different tool altogether. So I am super excited around this Truth Bomb, and I've been playing with this on Pinterest. I've been playing on this on a couple of other places. And so I'm excited to kind of share a new way of looking at digital media and a new way and a fresh way, an authentic way to start building your business again online. Because I think you guys are all burnt out and it's time to breathe in and start profiting in this time period. So with that, this is Truth Bomb Marketing. My name is Chef Katrina. You guys are going to hear a lot more about this over the next 6 months as I unveil some of the biggest truths that have come out of 2020 that are going to prepare you for taking on 2021, the rest of this year, and into 2022, and what's going to be possible with digital marketing. So I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great one.